I'm here in a room at the Western Film Festival with a lovely lady. Before we show you her, this is the book she wrote called Natalie. This is her on the back. Lana Wood, famous actress, has been working just about all her life. She started in 1956 with a big film, I'm going to say started, The Searchers with John Wayne, and she played the role of the younger version of her real-life older sister Natalie in that. It was a great classic film. Went on to do many other things, including westerns, and famous for being in Diamonds Are Forever, where she seduced Sean Connery as James Bond in a casino, then ended up being thrown out of a balcony window at a hotel into a pool. And if that isn't a weird introduction, I don't know what. Welcome, Lana Wood. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Of course, that wasn't really you flying out of the balcony window, but
was.
Well, you're a good swimmer then.
Yes, I am.
People at the
they threw me out. The first shot was a first floor suite in a hotel.
Okay.
The mattress outside the window. They went.
So you had to
pushed me
jump
out, and I fell onto the mattress.
So you actually had to go out then.
Then we moved to the International Hotel, and they had this big 6-foot platform built. And no, I'm sorry, the stuntman was 6 feet. The platform was 10. I got on that, and then I had to climb on his shoulders, and then he pushed me upward so that the angle would fall. So the first 3 feet was me, and the last 16.
So you could have actually gotten hurt if you had messed up. Well, I would have. Since we're at a Western Film Festival, I liked it anyway. Since we're at a Western Film Festival, people want to know, just very briefly, what was it like working with John Wayne? I can't imagine.
He was a lovely man. Don't forget, I was 8 years old, so he would come and ply me with candy. You know, he was lovely. He was. You always felt his presence. Very strong individual, and calm. He always brought sort of a sense of calm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because a lot of people in industry, and all sorts of industries, are hyper when they're working, but that's an interesting observation. You worked in a lot of TV westerns too, and I guess that's because one time you and I were talking on the phone, and I said, I'm going to describe you as a sex pot, and you said, no, describe me. She said, just call me a tomboy, because you are, and I guess that's why you like working in westerns.
Well, I was a tomboy. I don't know that I am now.
Well, I
was.
How did you know? A lot of the child actors and actresses, as you know, things happen to them. They get into trouble. Some commit suicide and other things, and we don't want to go into it too much, but just tragic things. How did you avoid all those pitfalls? How did you end up so normal?
I didn't actually want to be a movie star. And when I was about 13, 14 years old, I ran away from home and went to live with my sister because I didn't want to go out on another interview. My mom had said, go to school, but I'm picking you up early. You're going on an interview. And I really didn't want to. I so just wanted to stay in school. I wanted to sneak cigarettes in the girls' bathroom at football games, and I wanted to do all the things everybody else was doing, and that was important to me.
When you want it too much, sometimes you can get burned out, right? So you stayed normal.
I don't know. I just had a lot of other interests.
I'm going to hold, well, speaking of interest of mine, I'm going to hold this up, but I'm not open it. I'm not going to open it. It's a Playboy from 1971, in which you were featured prominently. I understand your sister Natalie did not want you to be in it.
She never said that. I don't even know where that came from.
I thought it was in your book. We're going to find the page.
Okay.
No, I think I read it somewhere online.
Yeah.
But it's very beautiful, tasteful, and you had poetry in there and everything. And
well, that's how he talked me into doing it, Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Is because actually my boyfriend at the time is the one who wanted me to do it. He thought it would be good.
Right.
And I met with the photographer, Mario Casilli, who's a lovely, lovely man. We had lunch, so I felt very comfortable with him, and we went to do the shoot, and after we finished, I decided I didn't want to do it.
Uh-oh.
And so I called Hugh Hefner. I tracked down his home number, and I called him, and I said, this is who I am, and I was taking the pictures, and I don't want you to publish them. He kept me on the phone for probably an hour, and finally said, what can I do so that you're comfortable with me printing these pictures? He said, what else are your interests? And I told him writing. And he said, have you written anything short? I said, yeah, some little snips, poetry. And he said, if we print that, will you let me publish the photos? And I said, yes.
Well, they're great photos and great poetry. I enjoyed the poetry too, although I didn't read the poetry until years later.
Yeah, that's all you do is read the.
Yeah,
you don't look at the pictures.
I picked this up and I only read the poetry for Playboy.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you're trying to get. Are you getting me in trouble with my wife?
I don't need to.
No, I know you don't. final question is, you're so busy, and we talked about this on the phone and in the newspaper column I was writing, and you said you're going from this to this to this to this to this,
Right.
and the family commitments and everything, and yet you have time to, you graciously came out here. Why do you like to come to conventions and nostalgia things? And
I love talking to the fans. I like seeing my friends. I end up seeing the same people in a lot of places. I mean, a lot of these people that put on the shows have become personal friends of mine.
Okay.
Whenever I do Bond things, my dearest friends in the world are Maud Adams, Martine Beswick, Caroline Munro, and Gloria Hendry.
Bond
Where
girls.
we see each other constantly. We're always together. We're always on the phone. Those are my friends. That's
well,
sort of a family.
You are my favorite Bond girl ever, and
Thank
I say
you.
I say that behind
Thank
your
you.
back too. You can still get this book online, and it's called
Yes.
Natalie, memoir by her
Amazon has it,
sister,
yeah.
Lana Wood. And I hope you will do that and check out all the films and things, and check out The Searchers too if you can see that.
Searchers is wonderful.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, we'll be right back after this.